We moved to Fulton in 2011 and actually became customers of the bank in 2012 because there was a Callaway branch right across from the small apartment that we rented. So as someone who really came from nothing, didn't know anything about banking, money, was not taught any of those aspects, I actually walked across the street and met Brian Hughes, who was our banker. And so I sat down, he happened to be the person there, and he explained, because we were looking at the process of buying our first home. And so I walked in, sat down, and we became instant friends because I am someone that over prepares and I have lots of questions. He answered them. Even though I was nervous as a home buyer, he was not. And so he was very well prepared, even prepared for all my silly different questions and all the information that I threw at him. And so it was just easy. I mean, I was terrified. That's a big purchase, and you want to do the right things. And it's also like, I don't know the rules. What is interest rates? What's PMI? Like, I just didn't know those things. So going in the unknown was the most anxiety provoking. And so I wanted information. And that's why Brian was the best, because he gave us the information that I needed to really understand the process, but also ease my own anxiety about it. So we knew that we wanted to move on land, and so the first part was actually, we participated in an auction. And so we looked at, there was 200 acres that were subdivided, and there was a plot that we were interested in. So we talked to Brian first and figured out, like, okay, what are our options? What can we go for in terms of that bid, which was also terrifying. And so then it was really, we were securing that because we wanted anywhere from like 3 to 5 acres. Well, we actually found a plot that was 15 acres. And so then we got the land, and then it was trying to time out what that construction process was going to look like. I had no idea what a construction loan, how those terms work, like the timing, how do you sell your other house? And so again, new anxiety at a different level, but I knew what I wanted. It was just making sure that, it fit within the budget, and that, because again, I'm a big dreamer, and it was our dream home. And so we were very fortunate that we were able to do that. Like, we had no idea. We were like, do we write checks? Do you write checks? And so it was working with Brian, and he explained all that process. And then it's like, as you move along and figuring out the timeline, again, construction loans or construction in general, it just takes forever. And so it takes longer than you want it to, but really, they made the process so simple, so that also helped on our timelines. I think what was most helpful is we also used a local builder, and so that local builder already had a relationship with the bank and had a relationship with Brian. And so that made it very seamless. So we didn't have to get as involved on that aspect of it in terms of the payments. They could communicate. Obviously, we were in the loop when we were spending money, but we didn't have to worry about that aspect. We could worry about, me picking all of my chandeliers and dream features. I would not feel comfortable dealing with someone online in terms of getting a construction loan. It just feels too far away. And so having someone local where I could actually go into the office and talk with someone at the bank made me feel better, because it's such a big purchase and such a process that just doing that online feels way too detached for me personally. So when we first moved here, I was a little hesitant to switch to a local bank. I'd always been with kind of one of the larger banks. But for myself, when we went in to get our home loan, we realized the benefits of actually being at a local bank. There was the Callaway rewards, which was an awesome opportunity, because we know as we got those points, we could actually get gift cards to invest back in the local community, businesses. That was really important to my husband and I. So it was such a good experience being local, and I made that switch. I'm sorry it took me so long, but I will definitely do not look back. And looking back, I want to make sure that I continue to give back to my community. For many years, the Callaway Bank has been with me for my moments that matter.